Hello. I am back again. I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can because I'm going to do a double whammy. The other day, yesterday, I finally done a review. So I'm going to try and squeeze 2 more reviews into this. Let's go ahead and dive into the first one, which is August Underground Mordum. Basically, from the first one that I spoke about, there was like 2 guys in it. Now this one, there's 2 guys and a girl in it, and I will be honest with you, this is a bit more creepier because it's not as much as Fred Vogel. Like, he's more behind the camera sort of thing, and there isn't really any interesting kills or how he like tortures them. It's what it is. It's basically the girl that does all the most of the torturing, and a lot of people will not like this film. It would not be their cup of tea. Especially, I'm gonna put some spoilers in this. First scene where you come in, Fred Vogel, he's got the camera, he's wondering where. They're actually brother and sister, wondering where they are, and then you hear on the outset, like as he goes up the stairs, this noise, and he comes to find out they're both having sex, like brother and sister incest sort of thing, which comes into it, and Fred Vogel kicks off something terrible, and she comes down the stairs going, "Oh, you don't like this?" Yeah. Like, there's like verbal exchange going on with tons of swear words, and then the next thing, she pulls up her top and she gets, I think it's a piece of glass, and she starts cutting across her stomach. You can see like the blood coming out of her stomach. I was like, whoa, is this girl for real? And then as you get more into the film, there's like another scene where she is like, you can tell like she's the real dominant one in August Underground Mordum. With basically, she's got, here's another spoiler, she's got 2 other girls. Like, they kidnapped these 2 girls, and she's having her way with them, and she's telling them what to do and all that. And what she's doing, she's making herself be sick on these girls, and she's grown used to have got a kiss, motherfuckers, kiss, and she's waving a knife at them to try and kill them, and she's just basically torturing these girls, and in the end, they get killed. But like, the Fred Vogel and the other fella are like masturbating against all this and stuff like that. It is kind of weird. And in Mordum, you do see the baby in the trash can, and to be honest, it didn't like put me off. I wasn't sick at all at this film, but that seeing the baby in the trash can, well, I might have thought it was a bit creepy for my liking. But the twist for me in the Mordum's bit was that they go and see another fella, and he's doing the same stuff what these 3 the 3 people that are doing. And when they decide to go, like, because they do like a torture act themselves and see all dead people in this like garage and this lot that he's got, the fella that they went to see after the 3, Fred Vogel and these 2 other people went, the guy went back and said, "Oh, now you're just left. I've saved you for me and all this," and he really goes into torture her and does really humane stuff to her, like inhuman stuff to her. And basically, like August Underground, Mordum leaves you waiting, and like, Mordum isn't for the faint of heart. Like, the only reason why I watch these films is because I've watched films like this before. As you probably know about, I I don't like this. How can I explain it? It's watchable. I'm very curious about watching these films, these sorts of movies. So that's my take of mordum. What I rate mordum, I rate it a 6 out of 10 because it isn't for the faint of heart, and you've got that little bit of a change where the girl is like, she's the boss, and that's what I rate. Now we go on to August Underground Penance, which everybody that has reviewed this movie prefers this one than the others because of its more advanced camera angle, with it being released in 2007. As I forgot to mention, August Underground Mordum was released in 2003. Anyway, go back onto Penance. August Underground Penance, for me, and I'm being specifically honest, was the absolute worst out of the franchise. I actually prefer the original August Underground because it was telling more of a story about Fred Vogel and what he was doing, where in Penance it's just the girl that was in Mordum and Fred Vogel. They've actually started like dating each other, like it's like a couple, and it's like you see all the time in like crime, like on the TV shows. They see like there's a show called Couples Who Kill. This is the sort of same thing that you get in Penance in a way, but they torture the victims, and I feel it was worse in Mordum than it was in Penance. It was a bit more toned down a little bit. It still had, in Penance, it had a little bit of the original August Underground, where I found it to be a little bit more foundy footage, where it was more like of a couple going out and bringing people back to torture them and kill them. That's what I found. It was similar in August Underground, but Penance was the reason it was just a little bit different. The reason why I didn't like it, where Fred Vogel did get a bit more. He was more active in Penance than he was in Mordum. Another spoiler alert, the scene where they break into a house, they bash the guy's head in and they leave him laying, he's dead. Then Fred Vogel basically rapes the woman and continually rapes her while the girls unwrapping all the kids' presents and trying on clothes. And the only thing that I'm being really honest, I didn't really like how she was still being the predominant one, and she saw the child and she just grabbed her and just strangled her to death. I was like, couldn't you just done something a bit more quicker so she couldn't have see what was going on, but she left and strangled her for ages. And it didn't seem, it's not like it didn't seem right, it was just like, you should have just done something quicker with the little girl. I know you shouldn't have killed her, but it should have been a bit more humanely. You should have just hit her over the head with a hammer or something. I'm not saying just go out and go and do that to somebody. No, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying that's how it should have been portrayed in the movie, instead of she done what she done. The only twist I liked in the movie is where, nearer to the end, Fred Vogel started disliking the girl, and he goes and finds somebody else. And nearer to the end, he starts being, when he was torturing her, it was like slow burning, and it was like he was sort of like feeling. This is what I'm getting. What I've seen on the telly was he was feeling sorry for this girl that he was torturing, and he started to in some way express feelings for this girl, which obviously pissed off the girl, and the girlfriend just took it crazy and just spat on Fred Vogel, and she just went nuts. She was going to the girl, seeing what you've done to me, blah blah blah, and just she's going all crazy at the girl that she was tortured, because the girl had like black eye and all that, and she was conscious but not unconscious. She was like in and out basically, and it comes up nearer towards the end that she's in the bathroom and she's trying to, this is like the girlfriend that was, she thought she was, what I get is I thought she was the pants of the relationship, and when Fred Vogel's twisted it, she's drawn like, well, if he doesn't like me, then no one else is sort of gonna have me, and she goes and tries and kills herself in the bathroom, like strangles herself or tries to hang herself in the bathroom, and you just see at the end like Fred Vogel just lying there. And to be honest, that's why I think that it was like, for me it went high, really low, and then really low again, and I was like, that's not how you should do it. Maybe you should like end on a high with penance, and I didn't really get that. You know, like on a trilogy, you're meant to have something that gradually builds and builds up, but with the August Underground, I didn't really get that. I just got, it was reducing. I know everybody's gonna hate me for what I'm about to give penance for the straw, but at the end of the day, this is just what I'm seeing from the film. Other people won't get what I'm seeing, if you get what I mean. So at the end of the day, it's their opinion, and I'm just giving my opinion to my review of what I'm seeing. So there you go. Basically, the rating I'm going to give for this is going to be really low, and I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Because I didn't... To be honest, there was bits that I did like, but there was... Most of the film I didn't like. The only sort of... The way I liked it was a bit like the first one, where it was like the found... To me, certain scenes were like found footage, like they were visiting different places, and I liked sort of that. I liked that. That was probably the only thing that I liked. So, yep, this was my reviews of August Underground Mordum and August Underground Penance. Sorry it took too long, but I've finally it's out, and I hope you liked this video, and I don't know what I'll come up with next, but just itchy nose. So yeah, hope you liked this video, and I will see you all soon. Ta-ta.